Hello everybody, welcome along to the stream for today. Thank you for coming back if you're joining in. If you haven't seen on the VLE, there is now new lessons for 6, 7 and 8. So go on the VLE and check that out if you're in one of those year groups. The videos are there for you to do, and I'll tell you how to submit your work and all that sort of thing. So what we are going to do today is actually going to be part of the Year 5 lesson. So that's going to go up onto the VLE after we finish recording it today. But obviously, if you do it during this session, then that's great. Okay, so we're going to make a scratch with a flying unicorn today. So it's going to be the first step in a few steps that we're going to do today. We're going to make this unicorn fly. And you can see in the background I've already got my unicorn up there. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to start from beginning again, start from scratch, start from nothing, and be able to build from there. So let's go back to our scratch. Let's get a brand new scratch, and let's just remove that. Let's remove the background. Okay, so we've got nothing on our scratch. We are starting from scratch. There's nothing on our scratch so far. So hopefully you've had time to get yourself logged on, open up your scratch. If you haven't, if you're watching the video back, you can pause it now and have a look. Hello Emily, thank you for joining in. Hopefully my video is clearing up. Okay, so we've got our brand new scratch. We are going to start off in a minute by making our first character. Now today I'm not going to do any more art. I'm going to borrow a character from scratch. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose a sprite to add into scratch that's already there. And I know I'm going to try and get the unicorn. So I think it's in fantasy. There it is. Okay, so I've got a couple. I can have running unicorn or I can have standing unicorn. I'm actually going to have a running unicorn. There's a few more sprites to choose from there because I can use that later and it's going to look a little bit more like it's flying. So there's my unicorn and I've just added him in. There's no code yet. That's just what he looks like. Hey Finn, hello Harrison. Thanks for joining in, guys. Sure, let's make a background as well, and then we can start thinking about some algorithms to make him fly. So we're going to go to the backdrops down here. We're going to just do a really simple ground and sky to start off with. So I'm just going to draw the box at the bottom to be our floor. Now that's blue, that's not the colour I want the floor to be. I want the floor to be green, nice grass. Awesome. Alright, okay, and then I want the outline to be the same colour. So I'm going to use this little colour picker here to pick on green. And so I've got hopefully a green outline to go with my green grass. It looks very blue to me. Let's make sure I've got the right thing selected. There we go, select it, then change the colour of it. Always important you select it first. There we go, okay, cool. Then I'm going to draw another square. This square I do want to be blue because it's going to be my beautiful sky. I want the outline to be the same. Okay, and let's draw a box. Nice. Okay, and let's just extend it. Great stuff. So I have got a bit of ground and a bit of sky, and I've got my unicorn. Fantastic. That's a great start. That's a great start. I'm liking that. Okay, nice. Yep, you don't have to go for a unicorn. You can go for whatever animal you like. I like a dragon. That's pretty cool. I've got to say I've gone for unicorn just to make my wife happy, so she knows she loves a unicorn. So I've done it so she can join in later on. Right. Hey Isaac, thanks for joining in. Right, let's have a go at start making some code then for this unicorn. And what I want to think about first is gravity, because you can't fly without gravity, or at least it's not really flying. So we're going to make some gravity so our unicorn falls unless it tries to fly. And to do this, I'm going to make a variable. Hey Alex, thanks for joining in again. So let's look at making some code for our unicorn. Okay, so At the minute, nothing happens. I can click go. He just stays there, not falling, not flying, nothing, just stays there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a variable called gravity. So I'm going to go to code and into variables. Now you'll remember that variables are a number that can change during the game, and my variable is going to decide how much he moves up or down at any given point. So I'm just going to call this one gravity. No. Okay. When the game starts, I want gravity to be 0, but I want to change gravity so it's falling, and as it falls, it gets faster. So it starts falling slowly, and then it'll start falling faster and faster and faster and faster until it falls really fast. So I'm going to say change gravity by -1, and I'm going to put that into a little loop. So I'm going to put that into a forever loop. So when we start our game, so when we click go, which is in events, gravity is going to get set to 0, then it will keep changing by -1. So we can see that happening up here now. If I click go, you should see that it goes absolutely crazy. Okay, so gravity is going down by a lot. That might be a bit quick, actually. So let's go by, let's just try -0.2, just for argument's sake. I think this will still be quick. It was still quick, okay. But you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute, because if I then put a motion block in and say, right, I want you to change y by, so remember, y is like our grid axis, so we've got x that goes across, and we've got y that goes up and down, and so we're going to change the y value of this unicorn to whatever our gravity is saying. So when gravity is a negative, it's going to go down, and when gravity is a positive number, it will go up. Now at the moment we've only got negative numbers, but you'll see what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to put this in a separate algorithm, I think. I might be able to combine them later on, but for now, I'm just going to put them in a separate algorithm. Okay, so what I'm thinking is going to happen now is my unicorn is going to go drop off the bottom of the screen, because gravity is going to get negative really, really fast, and it's going to fly off the bottom of the screen. Let's just see. Oh, I've forgotten one more thing. I'm going to put the gravity variable in there. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, it didn't fly off. That was better. My 0.2 has really made a difference. It went down, but quite steadily. That's quite good. I quite like that. Awesome. So it's going down, but quite steadily. Okay, cool. That works out really well. So, are we keeping up, guys? Let's see what I'm going to do now. So now I've got it to fall, I'm going to try and see if I can get it to fly. Because I mean, my unicorn's only ever going to fall, so I need to think about how can I control it to make it fly again. Okay, so let's have a go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an input. I'm going to have it so I can press a button and something will happen. That's an input. So we're going to go control, and I get when space key is pressed. Let's just move you guys up a bit. So when the space key is pressed, I'm actually going to change that gravity variable, the one that's always going down. I'm going to change it by a positive number. So if I change it by, let's try 10. So it will go up by 10 whenever I press the space bar. Let's see what that does. Oh, can you see that, guys? That's pretty cool. So I can see it sort of helps my little unicorn do a little fly. It goes up a bit and down a bit, up a bit and down a bit. That's pretty cool. Now I think there might be a problem that I'm about to experience. If I keep pressing it, I can make it fly off the edge of the screen. And it never comes back down. And I think if I don't press it, eventually it will fall off the bottom of the screen. There he goes. Okay. So I need to control it so my gravity never gets too high up or too high down. So I'm going to make an algorithm now that controls the limit of this variable. It can't go so high, it can't go so low. Let's have a go now. So we're going to say, right, we're going to say if gravity gets to higher than 11, let's say, then it sets to 11 and it can't go any higher. And we'll say if it gets lower than minus 11, it gets set to minus 11 and it can't go any lower. And I've just picked 11 as a number that we can work with. We can change that number as we go along. So the key thing there was if. So I'm going to need an if block. I think I do just need an if then. So if gravity, I'm going to go to my operators now. Here's where we're going to need to use mathematical language. So we're going to use this one. So if gravity is more than, and I said 11, didn't I? So if gravity, that's the more than symbol. If this side's bigger, remember, so the crocodile eats the bigger thing. So if gravity is bigger than 11, then I want to set gravity. And I want to set it to 11. So it won't be able to get any bigger than 11, and it should then start dropping again. And then we're going to say similar. I'm going to go if gravity, so I need my variable again, but this time I want is smaller than, so I want the other one, I want the one with the smaller end on this side. So if gravity is smaller than, and I said minus 11, then we're going to set gravity, but this time we're going to set it to the lowest possible value we want it to have, to minus 11. Okay, let's give this a go. I'm going to need an events tab. I'm going to need when the green flag clicked. I'm going to need a forever tab so it keeps doing it, not just at the start, keeps checking. Okay, cool. Right, getting a good bit of code here, getting a good few algorithms. Let's give it a go. So when I start my game, so there's a problem I haven't thought about. My unicorn's gone off the edge of the screen and I can't see him at the minute, so I'm going to get a block that tells me where he is in the middle. So if I move him to the middle, there we go, majestic, and we're going to get a block that says go to that coordinate. So is it going to appear at that coordinate? And remember, wherever you put it will change the coordinate here. So as I move him, you'll see those coordinates change. So wherever I drop him and then get the block, that's where that block is telling him to go. So let's go there to begin with. Okay, so what I'm really interested in here is this number. Is it going to go lower than minus 11? Is it going to go higher than 11? So let's see. Right, it did stop at 11, but it's already gone off the edge of the screen. So maybe 11 is too low. So we can try changing that to 7. So we'll try minus 7, sorry. See if that works out better for us. There we go, right. So yeah, you can see it stops it falling really, really fast. It goes pretty quick, but not too quick. It's pretty controllable. I think, again, my up value is maybe too high, so I don't want 11. I'm going to try 7 up as well. Okay, so I can fly up, but I can't go super fast up. I can only go so fast. Now, I'm getting to the edge of the screen, and I'm going off the top. I don't really want to be able to do that. So I need to think about how can I stop it from going off the top of the screen. Now I think there's a block that's going to do just this in sensing. I think there's an if on the edge block, or if touching edge. Yeah, so I've got touching edge there. So what we can say is we'll have another if. So we'll say if touching edge, then and we can stop all gravity, set gravity to 0. Don't know, let's try it. So if we touch the top edge, it should stop us going up or down until something else happens. Let's try. There you go. You can see okay, so I get stuck a bit. That's not great. Not loving that. Not loving that at all. That's maybe not the solution I want then, because it sort of gets me stuck in the roof a bit. I don't want my unicorn stuck in the roof. Definitely not. Okay, so I have a plan. We're gonna use the position of the sprite within the grid, I think. So we're gonna think about where our sprite is at any point. So where's the top I'd like him to go? As high as I'd like him to go is maybe that high. I might make him a bit smaller as well. I might make him sort of 60% of the size. So I don't want it to go any higher than 129. Well, let's call it 130. Let's go for a nice round number. Don't want it to go any higher than that. Okay, so let's make a bit of an algorithm that's going to stop it from going higher than that. So let's go if, because I'm always checking if now is motion, there is a block called y position. So if the y position is the y value of my unicorn, so if the y position goes higher than, so if the y position, we're using that more than block, if the y position is more than 130, so what I might do is I might set gravity to a negative number to force it to bounce down, so you almost bounce off the roof. So if we set gravity to, let's go for -10. We'll see. That might be a bit severe. It might be a bit of a bump. We'll give it a go. Okay. So we start the game. Up we go. Oh, you really do bounce off it. Well, I quite like the fact that you bounce off it. It kind of means you avoid doing it. But I can still fall off the floor. So let's do one for the floor as well, so I can't fall through the floor. So I need to think about where I want to stop my unicorn when he goes to the floor. So let's go to there. So let's call it -140 for a nice round number. Cool. I'm going to duplicate this to speed it up a bit. So I've got the whole if y position. Now this block is now the wrong one. I need the less than. So if y position is less than. So, oh, I made a mistake there. I accidentally got rid of the block I wanted. Never mind. We can get it back. It was in motion. So y position. If the y position is less than, what do we say, -140. So it's less than -140, and we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to bounce it. Instead of being -10, we want to bounce them up. So I'm going to try 10. I'm going to get the feeling it might not work so well for the bottom section. Oh, there it was. There's the one I lost. Let's see. You see, bounce is quite high. I don't want it to bounce that high. So let's set it to 5. Let's try that. So it should adjust on the fly. That's a better bounce. Yeah, bounces along at the bottom there. I like that. That's cool. Awesome. So we've got a lot of algorithm there, but it's doing a pretty good job. Okay. Right. So I think there's just one more thing I'd like to do today, which is to think about animating our unicorn. So it looks a bit more like it's moving rather than just standing still. So let's do that. Now we've already got some costumes made for us. So we can use the costumes that Scratch have provided. Here they are. We've got six costumes. So we're going to do something that we did earlier last week. We're going to use this next costume block. And I'm going to make a brand new algorithm for this. Brand new set of instructions. So I'm going to say when we click go, forever, change the next costume. But as we know, if I do that, it's probably going to move pretty quickly. He's absolutely galloping. Look at him, he's 100 miles an hour. You might like that, but for me, I think he's going to be exhausted far too quickly. So I'm going to put a little tiny weight in there of 0.1 seconds just to slow him down just a bit. There we go. It's a bit more relaxed. He looks a bit more like he's enjoying a gallop now. Awesome, guys. So this is my flying unicorn. And he flies along, and he flies along all day, and he's very happy, and it's fantastic. I love it, and it's super relaxing. In fact, I think, if you're having a stressful day, coming and playing with your flying unicorn game or your flying dragon, is a fantastic idea. What I want to do is I want to move this forward tomorrow. So I'm going to save this in a minute, and we'll move it forward tomorrow by adding in some collectibles maybe. So some things could come along on the screen, move across the screen, and you have to try and collect them as they come across the screen. And we could even have some obstacles that you have to avoid. So we could have some collectibles, some things you have to avoid, which would be pretty good. With that in mind, tomorrow what we might have to do is move him to he starts here. So you've got a bit more vision to see when the things are coming towards you, and you'll be able to move out the way or get in the way to collect them. So that would be pretty cool. But I'd be quite interested to see, guys, if you've got your own versions going on. I'd love to see screenshots of them. So if you've got those and you followed this tutorial, then please put it into the hand-in point on the VLE so you can show me and share with me your algorithm, but also what your game looks like. That'd be fantastic. I know that I've had some shared with me, which was really good. So that's going to be it from me today, guys. I'm going to stop in a moment. If there are any questions on what I've done, you can put them in the comments, or you can put them in the chat now, guys, if you're online now. If you've enjoyed the stream, then please tell everyone else about it, because I want as many people as possible to get involved. Give it a like, because that helps YouTube to see that we're making videos and will help get more people involved. But most importantly, just, if you've enjoyed it, let other people know. Tell your parents you've enjoyed it. Tell your friends you've enjoyed it, and let's see how many people we can get going on this, because this is I'm really enjoying it, so I hope you are too. And I want to help. I want to help as many people as possible, guys. So let's try and make a bit of a community of this, with lots of positivity and lots of creativity. And what I'd love to find out is that you've watched my tutorials and you've actually gone further with them. So you've made it your own. You've made, instead of doing a unicorn, you've changed it to a dragon, or instead of doing a collecting game, you've done a game that's a racing game, but from something you've learned from these videos. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I think landscape changes is a cool idea. I like that, Alex. We can definitely look at that. So you can maybe change from the blue sky and green grass to like a different landscape. We could have different ones. Oh, hello, Emily's dad. I hope you're learning too, Emily's dad. So I'm gonna end the stream there. But thank you all for coming and joining in, and I hope you're all looking after each other, and I hope you're all well. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.